Real estate agents don't retire, they expire. Hi, I'm Charlie Cameron with Passive Income Agents, and at Passive Income Agents, our goal is to solve this problem, to build agent income and passive income so that agents can retire or even achieve financial freedom. So in this video, we're not going to go into the ways to get there. We're going to talk about the reasons, the disadvantages that real estate agents have, and the reasons why it's so difficult for them to retire from sales. So the 6 reasons um, really stem from 2 things in particular. One is being 1099 employees, and the other is low or no brokerage benefits to agents. So let's jump right into it. So reason one, no 401ks. So real estate agents, because we're 1099 independent contractors working for an employer, we're not generally salaried and we don't have an opportunity to have a 401k. Now, why does that matter? Well, because a 401k allows you to contribute much, much, much more towards a retirement in a tax advantaged account than you can do on your own outside of a 401k with something like an IRA or an individual retirement account. Contribution limit's much lower. Now, why does this matter? Because to achieve a dream retirement, you're probably going to have to contribute more than what an IRA limit will allow you to do. So therefore, you're going to pay extra taxes because you've got to invest outside of a retirement account as well if your only plan to retire is to use the typical American stock market investing route, right? So reason number 2, along the same lines, is that there's no retirement contribution matching for real estate agents. So because we don't have 401ks, W-2 earners have the ability to contribute to their 401ks, and their company will generally match it for 5, sometimes 8%. So if you made $100,000 of W-2 income and you put 8% away, your employer would then give you another 8%, $8,000 of free money. It's as if you made $108,000 that year, which is awesome, right? But as agents, we don't get that. So we've got to make up for that additional benefit that others are getting that we are not to save towards retirement. Along those same lines of being 1099 employees instead of W-2 is we get even fewer benefits, we'll say. So reason 3 is that agents pay more taxes and healthcare costs. So everyone pays Social Security and Medicare across the board. However, W-2 employees generally get about half of that paid for by their employer. As real estate agents, we've got to pay that entire piece, that entire 15.3% or whatever it is towards Social Security and Medicare. We've got to pay all of that out of pocket. It's as if you made 8% less each year because you've got to pay that much more in taxes, right? So that sucks. So we got to make up for that too. And then on top of that, if you are the healthcare provider for you and your family, right? Health insurance ain't cheap. Over all the states, it varies by state and it varies by which options you choose, deductibles, all that kind of stuff. But it generally, on average, costs about $6,000 for individual health care, more for a family plan, for health insurance, I mean. Now, an employer, if you're W-2, they generally pay 82% of that on average. So that means that W-2 employees are getting an extra $5,000 of health insurance paid for and paying maybe $1,000 out of pocket when real estate agents get to pay that entire $6,000 ourselves. Right? So that's also a huge problem, another burden we have and that we have to pay for. So that's really all those reasons 1 through 3 stem from being a 1099 employee, right? And some of those are solvable and there are ways to get around it. There are ways to earn more income. There are ways to earn more commissions, which we talk about in Passive Income Agent. But let's jump into the next 3 reasons. Number 4, difficulty saving enough. So if you think about it, if you just maxed your IRA, as an option available to everyone, really. So right now, that's $6,000 a year you can contribute. Let's say you're in your 20s. I wish I still was. You're retiring in your 40s or in your 60s. Excuse me. 40s would be nice. You've got 40 years to use, right? Let's say you've got 40 years. Let's say you earn 6% over time every year, right? That's not exactly how it'll work out, but we'll use that as the average. And so 40 years, 6%, maxing $6,000 a year. That's $500 a month. You'd end up with about $1 million after 40 years by contributing $240,000 over that time. So that sounds good, right? $1 million. But if you consider how much you can use each year in retirement, let's say about 3%, that's only $30,000 a year or $2,500 a month. Even if you've paid off your mortgage, that's not a lot of money. That's certainly not a dream retirement, right? So what is a dream retirement? Well, that's going to depend on you, where you live, what your goal is. But what you need to do is you need to set that goal and work backwards from there. And especially if stock market investing is your only plan to retire as an agent, then you definitely need to be looking at right now, how much should you be contributing based on what you have and how much time you got left to reach your goals, right? And so when I talk to people about passive income, what their monthly passive income goal is, everyone says the same number. I don't know why, but they all say, I'd love to be making 10 grand a month in passive income. That would be really life-changing, right? So let's use that as our dream retirement income as well. That's $120,000 a year. Working backwards, we would need a $4 million nest egg for 120,000 to be 3% of that, right? So we could reliably pull out 120,000 a year. And you have $4 million nest egg, which is huge, right? And in order to achieve that, you'd have to contribute $2,000 a month into a retirement account for 40 years. And that's assuming that the tax benefits are there, right? So because we can't contribute that much, we can only do 500. You're going to pay extra taxes on that. And you probably need to contribute a little more to make up for that. The $24,000 a year to get this $4 million nest egg, that's huge. That's a giant chunk, right? Luckily, like I said, there's ways to increase your income. And we talk about that. Jump over to passiveincomeagent.com and we go into that in our profit centers for passive income. Reason number 5 why real estate agents have a hard time retiring is that they don't consider real estate as an investment as well. This one just blows my mind. I've worked with realtors before I was an agent myself, looking at buying investment properties, bought investment properties with some of them, and many do not own. I'd venture to say most real estate agents don't own investment property, rental property. Doesn't make any sense to me because the benefits are outrageous. Let's make two things very clear. The benefits for real estate are honestly quite a bit unfair and amazing. And the other thing I want to make clear is that real estate agents have a huge advantage over investors and the population, the general population, when it comes to investing in real estate. And when we talk about those advantages on the site, and I won't go into those here for real estate or for agents, but you should be considering real estate as a passive income avenue as an agent. It's just huge, and it can help build that portfolio and help you achieve a retirement and passive income amount much faster. And then the last reason why real estate agents have a hard time retiring is there's not good broker benefits such as revenue share or stock options. There are some brokerages out there that offer these revenue share programs. So if you think about this, let's say you're a broker and you want to hire an agent, right? What if it costs $3,000 in ads and 10 interviews to get one agent in the door? That's a lot of money and time to get that done, right? And you've got really important things to do as a broker besides recruit agents, right? Now, recruitment is a big part of it, but what if you passed that job on to your agents instead, right? So let's say you get paid now $3,000 for any agent you bring to the company that's a decent producer each year. So you bring an agent, you bring Joe to the company, and Joe works for the broker, and he makes money for the broker, and the broker pays you instead of paying ads, right? And now the broker, say, makes $30,000 more a year, ends up paying you $3,000. That's a win-win. The broker makes more money, you make more money, you brought the agent to the company, saving the broker time, and you get paid year after year after year that agent's there working for that company. That's a huge win. So if you did that 10 times, now that's 30 grand a year in extra income. And some models, the models that we are most interested in as passive income agents, are the ones where it's tiered. So you basically get paid for your effort to bring agents, and you're paid for the effort of those agents bringing agents. It's a pretty interesting model, and it makes a lot of sense for the brokers to push that task on to the agents instead, and everybody wins. And then let's talk about stock options. Most companies or many brokerages consider you just an independent agent, independent contractor, and not an owner of the company. But some brokerages do allow you stock options to own a piece of the company. When you own stock, you are now a part owner of a company, right? So if you're given options like, your first transaction every year, when you bring an agent to the company, paying some of your commission out to get stock at a discount. If you have the opportunity to earn stocks on top of everything else and your commission, now that's a huge win. If I told you today I'd let you buy Google at a 20% discount, would you? Right? A revolutionary, a big company. Yeah, you probably would. So now there are brokerage out there offering options like this to allow you to build your portfolio faster and be a part of the company instead of just working for it. Anyway, so off my soapbox, that's 6 different reasons why real estate agents have a hard time retiring. To learn more about those, click on the link below to go to the post. You can check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/passiveincomeagent. And you can join our mastermind group there as well as you can check out links and articles on the website and on the page to look at solving this problem, to look at our 4 profit centers of passive income to circumvent this whole agent retirement problem. Anyway, have a great day. Hopefully the quarantine ends soon. We'll see you.